What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants video, and in this video I want to kind of talk about a couple of offensive linemen that the Giants could be targeting in the first round of the upcoming draft in a few weeks. I'm going to do this video between Mekhi Becton and Andrew Thomas. Then I'm going to do one between Jedrick Wills and Tristan Wirfs. And what I want you guys to do, if you wouldn't mind, is vote in the comments section, between the two guys that you want. The winner of this video and the winner of the Wirfs-Wills video, I'll put them together and I'll do a who would you rather want as far as those linemen go. And then I guess we'll decide a winner on who most Giants fans would like us to draft at the tackle position in the upcoming draft. And I just want to say real quick, I really want to thank you guys and girls, man. A heartfelt thank you so much for all the support and continued support on this channel during a time where there are no sports. You know, I say it all the time. I got the best subscribers on YouTube. There's no doubt about that. I hope everybody out there is staying safe and staying sane. I know this is a very trying time for all of us. There's really not much to do. There's no sports, and there's, a lot of us are kind of in lockdown, really just able to leave the house, but not really able to go anywhere or do anything. So hope you guys are all out there staying safe. And again, I want to thank everybody for keeping me going and keeping me sane as well. So thank you all for that. I really do appreciate it. We're going to start with Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton is huge, and the guy is a huge tackle. It's 6'7", 364 pounds. 40-yard dash is 5.1. Bench press 23 reps. The 40-yard dash really doesn't matter when it comes to a lineman. The bench press, again, it's funny to me because I look at the bench presses and I'm like, how does a guy at 364 pounds only able to rep 225 23 times? I don't know. That always I never really could understand that. They seem like they should be able to lift a lot more, but maybe stamina comes involved. I don't know. I've never really understood the bench press. I guess the whole thing is just the push. They want to know what you can push as far as that. I always say, why don't these guys squat? Because your leg strength in football is everything. Your leg strength is where all your power is in football, whether you're blocking, whether you're running, whatever it is. I'm surprised they don't make them squat. But the bench press anyway, 23 reps. Mekhi Becton's strengths, man, he has good feet and athleticism, especially for a guy his size. And there's no doubt about that. The guy can definitely move around a lot. He has a good foot positioning for a lot of his blocks. And another strength of his is his enormous frame. That is a big boy. 6'7", 364. This guy is going to maul everybody, no doubt about that. You could definitely see this guy getting a push up front with that enormous frame. Because of his good feet and athleticism, he's able to play either tackle spot. Now, I don't know what the Giants are going to do if they would move Solder to the right tackle, or if they go out and draft the guy, maybe they'll play them at right tackle. Maybe Cam Fleming's brought in here for depth, and perhaps Nick Gates moves to the center for us, and they do stick with Nate Solder at the left tackle position. But either way, Becton can play either tackle, which a lot of these guys can do, which is why they're high in the Giants draft board. But he can play either tackle, so if they do want to start him at right tackle while Solder's there, then then move him to left tackle as his career progresses. I think that they can do that for sure. He has a very strong upper body, which is obviously a big deal. That means he can, like I said, get a very strong push up front. He's definitely athletic enough to make zone blocks, which is really good when you want to run a zone blocking scheme and pick up the run and everything else. I can just say Mekhi Becton could be a really good run blocker. A guy that size, he's going to get a massive push up front. The fact that he's athletic enough to make a zone block is really a big key at his size. It's 6'7", 364. He has an enormous wingspan. He's got very long arms, 7-foot wingspans. The guy's just a house. The guy is a condominium over there on either tackle spot. He's a big anchor, and again, his size is definitely the guy's strength. He is a monster. His inside out pass sets are very smooth. So, he's not choppy when it comes to inside-out pass sets, which is a good thing because obviously we want to protect Daniel Jones the best that we can. And his ability to push away the defenders on the lateral blocks is also really good because, again, when you're zone blocking and you're doing lateral blocks, you definitely want your linemen to be able to push these guys away and open up holes for your running back or protect the quarterback. So those are Mekhi Becton's strengths. His weakness is definitely his weight. His weight could be a major issue. Without discipline, without getting this guy in shape, if he becomes lazy, he could certainly get way out of shape, get way overweight, and then he's useless. The guy blows up to 400 pounds. What are you going to do? And that can happen to him. So the trainers and everybody really got to be on top of this guy, making sure that his weight stays under control. That is a major issue. He opens up in pass sets too soon a lot of times. Kind of reminds me of Eric Flowers. He used to open up way too early in pass sets. That scares me a lot because we don't need Daniel Jones getting killed back there. He has balancing issues when loading up as well. So his balance is a little off. And again, you would expect that for a guy 6'7", 364 pounds. But, balancing issues obviously are going to be an issue. He's unable to respond quickly on stunts. That also worries me because the Giants have gotten murdered with stunts in the last few years because of the lack of ability for the line to pick up the stunts. So that worries me a lot about Mekhi Becton, that he's not able to pick up a stunt. He needs better patience and control as a positional blocker, which is another thing. You got to be patient. You can't open up too soon. You can't allow the defenders to go by you. You got to be patient with your blocks, which is something he definitely needs to work out. And he needs to have better control on kickout blocks. And again, I think his control and balance are going to be an issue because of his size. Those are some strengths and weaknesses of Mekhi Becton. I'm not a huge Mekhi Becton fan. He reminds me a lot of Eric Flowers. That's what I see when I look at him. Eric Flowers was a massive human being, and you were going to think he was going to be great. And we all know how he ended up being. I'm not saying Mekhi Becton will be as bad as Eric Flowers, but he reminds me of him quite a bit. Andrew Thomas, out of the University of Georgia. I loved Andrew Thomas middle of the year. I was very high in him. Actually did a video talking about who would you rather have between Chase Young and Andrew Thomas. That's how high I was on Andrew Thomas at the beginning of the year. Andrew Thomas at the University of Georgia, I say this all the time, not only did he not allow Jake Fromm, or as my boy Uncle Lou would say, Jack Fromm, to get sacked, he didn't allow Jake Fromm, to get hit. He's playing in the SEC, which is the toughest conference in America, and Jack Fromm is not the most athletically gifted scrambling quarterback back there. So the fact that Thomas didn't even allow Fromm to get hit speaks volumes. He is a smaller lineman. There's no doubt about that. 6'5", 315, 40-yard dash, 5.22, 20-yard shuttle, 4.66, bench press, 21 reps. His strengths, he can also play either tackle, so that's always a good thing. Again, this is a guy that you could bring in, play right tackle for a year or two until Solder's gone, move him over to left tackle spot. He's got a fierce nature. He's very competitive, and I love a guy that's competitive and wants to get down and dirty, just knock you out. A nasty guy like Will Hernandez that just wants to maul you at the line of scrimmage. He has very strong hands, which is obviously a key for any lineman. You want him to have very strong hands so that he can hold up the defenders and not allow them to get away from him on his blocks. He quickly redirects, which is a really good thing. It's good to have that quick redirection when it comes to a lineman. He maintains his base width very nice as well. He resets his feet during mid-rep. That's a good thing. I mean, you want good footwork when it comes to your left tackle. It's very important as far as that goes. So he's able to redirect, he's able to reset his feet during mid-reps, very good, to improve his, leverage and positioning. So it's always good to have, quick feet to be able to do that, obviously. And he has above average recovery to direct. And again, this is a big thing. So you want your linemen, if they do get beat, you want them to recover quickly so that they can redirect the pass rusher coming in, or the run block, whatever it is. You want them to be able to redirect really quickly in case they do get beat. This is something that Andrew Thomas does very well. His weaknesses, again, he lacks size and thickness. He's a small guy, 6'5", 315. He's small, guys. For a lineman, though, that is undersized. There's no doubt about that. So his size could definitely be an issue. He has tight hips that limit his lateral movement. So sometimes you got to open up your hips a little bit to allow you to have some lateral movement. He needs better foot positioning, which is true. He can redirect his feet very fast, very quickly, which is a good thing. But at the beginning, he needs better foot positioning, without a doubt, because again, that is incredibly important for any lineman. Is your foot position. We all saw how bad Eric Flowers' foot position was. His hand placement was also really terrible. Eric Flowers just was not a good block, and I keep using Eric Flowers as an example because this is the last left tackle that we took in the first round of the draft, and we all know he was a complete and utter train wreck. So you don't want to get another Eric Flowers over there. If you're Dave Gettleman of the New York Giants and New York Giants fans, we need Daniel Jones to be upright, and we need Saquon Barkley to have holes to run through. His pass slides are very choppy, which again, you want this pass slides to be a lot smoother, but he is kind of choppy on that, and he gets caught leaning too often, which is something, again, you don't want to be leaning. You want good positioning. You want a solid base. You don't want him to, get out of control there and get beat because he's leaning one way or the other. So those are, some strengths and weaknesses of these two linemen, no doubt about it. They're both very good prospects, and obviously it's something that the New York Giants really need to address, is this left tackle spot, without a doubt. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I pretty much told you who I'd want out of these two. It would definitely be Andrew Thomas. I just love his overall game. I love the fierce competitive nature, because I think a guy that's competitive wants to work and get better. I'm not so sure that Mekhi Becton is that guy that will work and get better. And again, his weight could be a major issue, which scares the hell out of me for sure. But I like Andrew Thomas better, even though he's an undersized guy, again, simply because I like a lot of his strengths, and I do think that he's the type of guy that will work on his weakness because of his fierce competitive nature. Anyway, guys, again, you vote in the comments section. You don't need to tell me why you want the guy. If you do want to tell me why, that'd be great. If not, that's fine. Just let me know who you want, and, maybe tomorrow I will tally up the votes. And then we'll put him against the winner of the next video that I do between Tristan Wirfs and Jedrick Wills. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. As always, thank you for watching. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Until then, it's the Bad Diggity Dizzle. I am gone. Peace!